Peace. I hope everybody's well. Welcome to the Mack Live You Beat Addict MPC 1000 exploration of something great. That was non-scripted. That didn't even sound right, but it's what it is. You get it. We're gonna just basically try to resample some drums. We're gonna layer them. We're gonna layer them and we're gonna resample them. How do you do that on this box? I have no idea, but it has to be somewhat like the other boxes out there um, that have resampling capabilities. The only thing that I can tell you is I'm just going to explore, and you're more than welcome to watch. But I promise you, you got to take some notes because I'm taking mental notes on the process. Um, and that's it. So I got some drums loaded up. So now I want to pick some of these drums to layer. So let's do that. So I'm gonna pick a sound. I'm gonna pick a kick. Let's start with a kick. All right. So we'll start with these two. That's two and pad six. We'll just do two drums. All right. So this is bank pad A. So we're gonna go to bank pad B, and we're gonna load six on pad one. Okay. So we're gonna do that. What I said. It's bank pad two. No, we're gonna load. We're gonna do two first. All right, so we got two there. So let's come out of this, right? So I have two here, which is the same as this one. But we want to layer this one. These two are gonna get layered. All right, so I'm gonna figure it out. I'm just gonna look at the parameters and see what am I supposed to be doing. What we basically know, it's just once you know one device, you know them all. You just gotta know how to get in and out of the pages. That's the problem. So, and I hope if you can't see the screen, pinch in on your cell phone wherever you're watching, and you'll be able to come closer to just this versus me hitting the pads. Okay, so yeah, so here we go. Let's get it. And it's not playing through the iRig, and I want you to hear it exactly in the room. Let me adjust this monitor over here, get in my triangle shape, and I'm real excited. I'm not going to like make no beat. You know I'm probably gonna make a beat, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna try not to make a beat after I get these drums later, cause I know they gonna hit. They hit now. So let's just figure out how to lay these drums in the MPC 1000 for those who have one. And it's probably the same for the MPC 2500. And we're running JJOS. I got the paid version. I bought it. Paid $123. Got it from my man JJOS, and the program is amazing. I promise you that it's dope, but it's got a lot of shit to it that I don't know, so I'm learning, and y'all on my journey with me. So here we go. So that's that sound and that sound. So we put the main sound, the first sound on bank pad B. The reason why I'm going bank B is because I gotta compare the two from A to B. So here it is. So what will be the first thing to do? I'll probably hit mode program because we're in a program, right? Then I would go to I'm on the sound, right? I'm on the sound. So I would hit every time you go to something, always look at open window. So I'm gonna open window. That says sample list, free memory 1 point. Okay. All right, so that's my sample list. So that wouldn't be it. All right, so I gotta do it now. So let's just cancel that. So I'm going to look in where I'm at. The first thing I hit was mode program. So now I'm going to go across and I'm going to look. I'm going to look what it says. pad. So it's pad 1. No, let me see. Let's go this back this way. Mono. It's a mono. What is DRI? Direct? That's reverse. Ooh. I can reverse it right here. But I don't want to worry about that. Forward. Reverse. All right, so we don't want to do that. The level. Let's see if it turns it down. Yeah. Let's see if it allows me to tune it. Yo, that shit knocking, man. Ew. Can y'all hear that all right? That shit knocking out here, man. So this is going to be my low sample, right? Well, let me just check. I got. Yeah, so this is going to be my low sample. So I kind of might want to tune that down. Got like a little ring to it, don't it? Yeah, that shit knocking. I like that little, it's like a triangle at the beginning. All right, so we got, that's cool. And then the other one was, go back to Pink Pad A, and that's got the highs to it. So we're gonna go back to Pink Pad B, and we gotta figure out, how do I get to layering? It says slider, load, save, record, trim, mixer. All right, I'm just gonna slide over. I'm gonna look at this one more time, because I know it's not gonna be underneath the amp and the filter and the pick, because it says it right here. It has to be underneath the sample. So let's go to pad. Hit open window. Bingo. Wow. Just that easy. Well, that wasn't easy. I was afraid I wasn't gonna find it, but I found it. So it says pad B01, and they only allow to get 3 layers. So we see that sound. That first, this is the first one, right? It went away when I hit pad 2. So it's right there. I don't know what that chop is. And then I got it tuned at -2 from the previous page. And then the range, whatever that is, the range, I guess, of the pads. And then I got the level again. So I want to put another layer. And I want to put it on, I want pad 6. So that will be bag 01-06, I'm assuming. So let's just put that in there. And let's just hit this pad again. Oh shit, there it is. Oh. Oh. Yo, y'all hear that shit? Oh my God. Let's just turn it down. See what it without the layer. Let's just start bringing that other sound in. Oh my God. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Well, let's just turn this one down. Let's turn the other one down. Let's see what we get. Just that one. Start bringing it in. Let me tune it down a little bit more. Yo, you hear that? It's like it put it. It's like it put a like a reverb delay on the end of that. Listen. You know what I could do with that in a beat with a snare? Ew, but I don't know if I want to do that right now. I do want a little bit of that tail on it though. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Not that one, the other one. No, this shit knocking. I'm gonna turn this down. All right, I ain't gonna get too carried away. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with that. All right. So let's say hypothetically, I want that. I want that to be my layer. That's my layer in 2 drums. So from that, ain't nothing else on these pads. But this is the pad we're gonna layer in. So we're gonna go back to bank pad A and we layered this one and that one. And we got this. Get the fuck out of here, man. That shit crazy. What's going on, right? Pace. Yo, that shit is fucking crazy, man. I'm just showing how to layer drums on the MPC 1000. That's all I'm doing. Yo, but listen. Ew. All right, so let's stop there. All right, so now, what's the next step? We got it layered. Now we gotta what's next? I got it layered. Now I wanna add, before I resample this, I wanna add some EQ and compression to it. So how do we do that? Only thing I do, I go back to the main, and I think I want to add EQ and compression. Remember all the previous lives I was showing y'all, like the last, y'all seeing my journey through this MPC 1000. This is what I do when I get a new device. I do it every day. I just never showed my process of learning. Because sometimes you don't want to show people because you're going to be fucking up and they're going to be like, oh, that's corny. But I'm going to tell you what I learned. When a person does something live and they learn, I'm learning with them. And I be afraid to do that. But once I started running towards things that I was afraid of, I found out when I run towards them, I ain't really afraid. And that's what I be trying to, these lives is to help y'all maybe get out of y'all shell or y'all fear of doing certain things. Because the world need to hear about y'all, man. How people gonna know when you leave this planet Earth? How they gonna know what you was doing and how you was, not how you was moving? You ain't gotta give them the game, but young and old can learn from just learning. That's the whole, we all learning as beat makers and producers. You feel me? So that's why I do it, because it's needed in the universe. That's love. And you can't get this kind of love from individuals who want to just go live. And I'm not just going live and show the fuck off. I'm going live to build. That's what I do. I'm good at it. Because I'm good at learning for self. The 19-letter alphabet is S, self-savior. One must save themselves before they can save anybody else. Period. And that's what I'm doing. I'm saving myself. But why I'm saving myself? I'm going to help you save. You going to help save yourself by watching and learning and building, taking notes. So we're going to recap, because I'm already mentally noted up what I had to do. I got it. Now, trust me, it's locked in. I had to get that off my chest, because that's what the universe told me to tell y'all. You feel me? So we gotta just move on. We gotta build, man. I can't really see my computer, so I'm gonna be going back and forth and reading the comments. probably take a break and go back and read the comments. But when I get stuck, and I don't know, and somebody does know, I'm gonna look at the computer. Like, anybody know how to do this? And you gonna y'all, and then we gonna build. All right. So we got that. Now we gonna go back to the main like we had at the main. This is JJOS OS XL OS 2 XL paid version. Good to go. I can save everything I need to do. All right. So now I'm going to hit I'm gonna hit mode effects. That's where I want to go, right? So and then I want to go to my master output. On your master, you get an EQ and a compressor. We all know that on basically every device. On the master, they give you an EQ and a compressor. So that's like your final stage of mixing. They give you this. So let's just put on the EQ. I'm gonna hit it. Now put the EQ on and see what I get. Oh my God. Oh, I ain't even tweak shit. Let me turn no EQ. EQ. Holy fuck. Damn. All right, so let's start tweak. I only kind of tweak. I'm gonna turn down the EQ on. I'm gonna turn down all the lows. Right? I'm gonna tell you what I just heard. You hear that? I would resample that. Then I would I come back in and I'll put this on it. I'll boost that low EQ. Just I won't touch no. I'll take them two right there. This one and this one. And I'll layer them two. I'll put them two together. But that's later. I'm not gonna fuck with that right now. We're gonna stick because I don't know how to make all this work. I'm figuring it out. So we're gonna put a little bit of bottom on that. Now, do I want to add? Let's just go up to the highs of that. I ain't worrying about the mids. I'm gonna worry about the high and the low. So I'm gonna give it a little top end. Take some of the highs out. I'm gonna definitely take some of that low out. Come on, man. That's cool. So we know we're gonna have to compensate back to the EQ because we're about ready to add the compression. So we're gonna add the compression, and the reason why I'm putting the compression on it because I want this to be a drum, one of my drum kicks. I want it to be that one of my layered drum kicks. The kicks you are hearing are layered, but they are layered in a sense of we talking about 15, 20 years ago. What I did back then, I don't know. Where I got the drums from, I don't know. They probably back in the day we shared drums. A lot of my drums came from other producers, and we all just took shit from vinyl, did the layering shit, made kicks, and like, yo, we get that kick, yo, that's my own. Let me get that, and we wasn't shy to give it out. I guess that was our sample packs. So a lot of these drums you hear are from long time ago, man. They from floppy disks, zip disks. All right, so I'm keeping the buck with y'all. All right, so we're gonna put the compression on. No compression. Be careful. Watch your earpieces, man. I'm about ready to put this compression on. See what it do. Oh my God. That's with compression. No compression. Let's boost up the compression, the gain. Oh my God. That's at an 8-to-1 ratio. Let's turn down the thrust and see what that does. gonna put my thrush about 35. Turn my attack down. Turn it up. See what it does. And I'm gonna leave it at 20. A lot of times I don't like to straight from the default settings. I just don't. Leave the ratio where it's at. Sound like a keeper. Let's turn off the EQ and see what it sounds like. I'm gonna go ahead and take some of that EQ highs out. I'm gonna take it all out and see what it sounds like. And I'm gonna add a little bit on when I hear that top end. Right there, I hear it right there. I hear a little top end. Let's just fuck with the mids and just see. We at +6. You gotta remember that number. Let's turn it all the way down. Let's turn it all the way up. Ew. You hear that top end on that shit? All right, and then we're gonna turn down the low mid. So already -3. Remember your settings when you're doing this, so you know what your previous settings was. Oh my God. If I boost, I gotta cut. So everything's boost. But there's no cut. So I'm gonna come back to this. Alright, so let's boost that and cut this. That's dope right there, man. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that's dope, man. I ain't gonna front. Oh, hold up. All right, so I'm gonna take a sip of my beer. I'm gonna read this comment real quick. I'll be right back. Gotta pay the bills, right? All right, so we got what's going on, Ray? You know what to do, my brother. Peace. What's going on, Crown? Peace to the God. Peace, God. That's crazy. You're doing this. I just made a drum kit today for laying example. Same kit, filter low, then mid, then high, to layer all three. See, great minds think alike. That map, that rotation, that Earth. You know, the Earth spins at 1,137 and 1/3 miles per hour on that. That's a rotation of Earth. That's fast. 1,137 and 1/3 miles per hour. Look it up. I'm not bullshitting. I remember that ever since I was a little kid. That rotation, man, is crazy. And we in that rotation, we thinking, we building. We're not just sitting here, fuck that. I'm just gonna play. Somebody give me a drum pack or whatever. I never bought a fucking sample pack. Boom. All right. So we building. Yeah, that's dope, man. That's peace. That's peace. For real. So if anybody on here, even, because I know I'm probably going to get stuck, I'm not going to speak that in existence, but it's probably going to happen. So we got that in there, man. All right, so we got about another 30 seconds before we get back out of this commercial, because these are commercial breaks right now. I'm very excited to walk y'all through this journey, man. Very excited. All right, so we got that commercial paid. We back to the actual thing. So let's get back to it. So we got this kick here. That shit hit too hard, man. It's too. I like it, but it's just every time I hit that pad, it's fucking me up. So let's turn down the gain on the Let's turn down the gain on the compression. I'm gonna leave. I did -2. I took a lot of that gain out, man. That shit is hitting too hard. So that's cool for me. And I guess I'll bring the thrush down since I. And you know this takes a lot of listening. Are we good? So I'm gonna go back to the main, right? I'm gonna go back to the main, and now I want to resample that. How do I do that? I know in all devices, everything that gets resampled has to come through the main outs on the back. This is the main outs, right? So how do I get that main out? This main out is not in mono. This is a stereo main out. All devices are stereo main outs. You might have an input, mono one input, but through my knowledge, it's an output. So it has to, in order to resample something, I have to go. It has to get sampled back out, right? Resample. So it has to come through these sockets. So how do I get there? I don't know. I'm gonna fuck around with it. So I'm gonna hit mode program. I want the effects off of the master, so I gotta go into what? It's the amp, the filter node, pitch. I gotta go to my output. So it's going to out. And I'm going to hit this pad right here. And I'm gonna slide over till I see something that I'm used to, that I know. Not the pan, the track. So that's the pad 1. So let's put the track on and out. It has to go out. It says effects, right? But we're not using effects 1 and 2. We're just using the main. We're trying to sample out of the main outs. So it has to, ST, I guess, stands for stereo. And then you got your different individual outs, left and right. I don't know what that 34, that 12 and 30. I don't know what that's for. I guess that's 3 and 4. That's your main out. These are individual outs, right? 1 and 2, 3 and 4. You think it's a 34, but it's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 by itself, 2 by itself, 3 by itself, 4 by itself, and left, right, and that's it. So we wanted the stereo out. If I was using individuals outs, I probably would set that to FX1 and FX2, but I'm not going to set that because I'm only coming out of the main outs, right? I'm just using my brain. So now I'm going to go over. It's already set the stereo, so I ain't even got to turn this on. There's no master out. The master out is the stereo out of here. I'm assuming. I don't know if this shit is right. I'm just assuming based on my knowledge. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But what's the problem with just doing it and figuring it out? We want to make beats and we want our shit to sound cold, but y'all know the drums is one of the number one keys to fucking beat making. Your drums ain't right, your fucking beat ain't gonna be right. And we just clean and getting it right now. So we got that. So now I'm gonna go to I guess FX, right? So that's the master. The EQ's on, the compression's on, right? That FX1 is off, so we know we good there, right? So let's go back to the main. Always get in the habit, go back to your main, then go back to what you want. That's how you retrace your steps. So you'll know. Now, all that shit I just did is locked in my brain. I promise you, it's locked in. I might be a little off, but I'm repeating myself every time I say something. I repeat what I'm doing when I learn something. I have to go to mode effects. I already told myself that. I'm going to go into the master. I set the EQ and the compression. These numbers are not locked in my brain. They're just there. I'm going to go back to main. I'm going to go to mode program. I'm going to hit sample. I'm going to slide over till I see what? Output. and I gotta go to this output right there. That's the effects. And I set it to stereo. Boom. So we got that out the way. Now I'm gonna turn the volume down because I don't want that feedback. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna hit mode record. Boom. All right. Now this is where it gets real interesting now, because I know if I have this monitor on, it's gonna blow the fuck out of my ears because it's gonna be a loop of feedback. Get that bitch off. So we know that, right? Now our input is we coming. If I was sampling into the input, which is right here, if I was sampling into these, right, it would be coming from like my mixer or from another device into that. So I know that we're worrying about this. This is the output. So we gotta turn the input. You can get your digital, right? That's your digital. Digital shit from CD is very clean and crisp. Promise you that. If you had some break beats on the CD, you should be using them break beats from the CD and sample them into this motherfucker with your split if. All right, that's something. That's another video. So we want to get the main out, and that's the last one. So it's the main out. All right. So can I get the main out? Is it going to sample? I gotta hit the pad, but I gotta turn it back up, and I always turn up slow because I don't want that feedback. You know how many times my ears and experience that fucked you up, and then it made you mad, and then your ears start ringing. You can't make music the way you want it because your ears all fucked up. So if I turn, so this is my main out, so it has to be up. But I didn't turn it up loud. If I put this up, maybe I don't know what it's going to do. I'm not even going to try it right now. But this has nothing to do with it. This is your input gain. So this has nothing to do with it. It's this volume. So you hear that? All right, so we're going to sample that main out. I don't see no meter. Why would I need to see a meter? Because I'm not sampling. This is my input level. You don't need to see shit. Whatever this sound like, that's what the fuck you gonna get. If you sample like that, that's what you gonna get. You turn it up, that's what the fuck you gonna get. All right, so let's just do it. So I'm gonna get my thrush right. Why I get the thrush right? That ain't gonna matter. But because I'm used to the thrush, I always fix it. I just do that. Habit of nature, right? And I want it to be stereo. And I only want it to be the time. I only want it to be 2 seconds. That's all I need. So let's just do it. Here we go. Hit record. Boom. It stopped. Now what do we have? Let's hear it. That sounds like it, but that shit low. I had the do you hear that? Listen. I got the effects on there. I hear it. But that's low as fuck. Fuck all that normalized shit. I'm not worrying about that. It shouldn't be that low, man. So on my knowledge, when we sample something into the ASR 10, right? We sample something in. The ASR 10 samples it. I gotta go back to my knowledge to get this shit right. The ASR 10 samples something in, right? When it samples it in, it loses something. So they got these parameters in the ASR 10, EPS, most all devices. You sample in at minus, it'd be like minus 6 dBs. I'm just using a number. It could be minus 6, minus 12, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know, right? So it loses that. So you gotta in order to gain it back on the ASR 10, I'm just using my knowledge. You gotta boost it. So once you boost it, the boost brings it back to zero, right? It brings what it lost. And then that's why when you do something on ASR 10 or the EPS or any other device that has that capability, you lose You lose -6 or -12 of the resampling back in. So you have to boost it back up. How the fuck do I boost this bitch back up? I don't fucking know. And I'm telling you, and right now I'm not frustrated. I gotta figure that shit out. And I already know. I know it, but I don't know it. So I'm just gonna figure it out. I'm just gonna figure it out, man. I'm just gonna tell you. So I'm gonna say retry. Because I don't want that. Because look, listen to it. Say retry. So I hit retry. And now I'm going to go into the master out. I'm going to go into this. Because that's where the problem's at. That's my boost. This motherfucker ain't set to 0. It's probably set to -24 or -6. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna find that parameter in this box live. I've never fucking, I don't know where the fuck is that. We're gonna figure it out. So I'm just gonna say main, go back to the main. That's my favorite key, main. That's what we want. We heard it, but it's low. So we're gonna hit mode. It's always mode. And what else would it be? Is it the slider? No, it ain't the load, it ain't the save, it ain't that, it ain't record, it ain't trim, it ain't program. Would it be on these mix? Let's hit mix. No, it ain't that one. We already on stereo, so it's not my effects. Let me see my effects. It ain't that. What's the what is that all? What's that? No, it ain't that. So we ain't worry about that. It's not my CC, it's not my input. It ain't that. So we're gonna come out back to main and we're gonna hit program. Go back. It's not the mixer. It's not my MIDI or sync. What the fuck is other? Bam, there it is. Just by using your common knowledge and your common sense, now we're there. The shit by default is set to -12 dBs. We lost -12 dBs when we sampled that bitch in. Right? We lost -12. That's why it's low. I'm assuming. It could be wrong. I'm going to put that bitch at 0. Look, you got minus all these different dBs, right? Look, all the way down to minus. So I'm going to set it at 0. I'm just going to keep it at 0. What's this miscellaneous? We ain't worrying about that. We know that's what I'm looking for. The master level, which is this. This is up. It's all we up, but it lost -12 dBs. I hope this is making sense. I know this for a fact because that's what I'm on the ASR10 and the EPS. That's what you got to, why you got to boost it. I'm just using my knowledge, and I did go to engineering school, but I didn't like apply a lot of shit that I've done in there, but I know some of the shit that I remember, and it's what it is. All right. I got an extensive study of sound. Boom. So that's, put that to 0. So now I'm going to come out of this. I'm going to do it again. But before I do this, I got to turn this down. And I got to hit this pad. And then I'm going to start turning it up. You hear that, motherfucker? Oh, my God. If I would have turned this all the way up and hit that fucking pad, it would have blew my fucking speakers. So now what I want this to be all the way up. So how do I fix that? I got to go into my mixer over here where that running. I got to turn this down so I can turn this all the way up. So now I got my mixer turned all the way down. And then I'm going to start bringing it up to a comfortable level. I got to go look on my mixer to see where it's peaking at. We clipping on my mixer, so I'm going to turn down my trim on my mixer. I'm clipping. Still clipping like a motherfucker because this bitch is up. I want it all the way up. But I'm clipping. So let's turn that bitch down. On my mixer, I'm hitting that -8. -9. I ain't clipping, but I'm gonna get where I'm just barely clip because I want the loudest possible. Alright, so my trim is only up a fraction on my mixer. This all we up. I'm peaking at like -8. That's a good. That's good, right? -8. So now, when I resample, it should have that. It should equal out, right? Because we lost, but we boosted it back up. We boosted it. So let's just fucking see. So I'm gonna turn this. Always get a habit, turn this down. I just turn it down. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go to mode, record. Now I'm gonna hit the pad so I can hear it. And what was I trying to do? I was trying to get it louder when I resampled it, right? From my main outs. So let's just do it. Always hit the reset. That doesn't matter because I'm not coming in. You're not going to see this move because you're not. This is your input level. Remember that. We just resampling it. It's like when you use the digital. When you use digital, the splitive, whatever signal that was recorded at, you don't need to just. That's what you're going to get. You don't need to turn shit up. Nothing. I don't give a fuck if you turn it up. It's not going to do nothing because it's digital. It's going into this box and it's already set. So let's hit record. Here we go. All right. So let's listen now. Okay. That sound better than the other first one, right? When it was at -12, right? Yeah, you got there fucking skip it. Sounds right. All right, so now we know that's good. So we're going to what are we going to do? We're going to I'll name that later. So we got that's sample 1, right? So we're just going to hit keep, but I always turn this down just to keep it. Right? Hold on, let me see. Hold on. That shit sound good as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. So we're going to turn this down, and I'm just going to hit keep. It's sample 1. Keep it. Boom. Now I'm going to come out of this. Come out. So now I'm going to turn this up a little bit, and I'm on bank pad B. That's the John that I resample with the compression EQ on it, right? That's not my sample one. And how I know that is because I'm going to go to mode, program, and go to my sample. And that sample is B bag 0102, which was the layer John. It's my layer John. So now I'm just going to hit this pad, and I'm going to assign that sample John right here. It's still going to be the last one. Put it right here. Does it sound like this? This sound louder, right? You know why? Because we got to go back out the main, and we got to turn off the fucking master John. So let's turn it off. Mode effects. You got to turn it off. You ain't got to fuck with the settings. I'm just going to turn it off. Let me turn this off. All right. What else I got to turn off? Whatever I put on, I'm going to go to my effects, and I'm going to turn my stereo off. It's still a little lower. Why? Because I gotta boost. I gotta normalize it. I said boost. I gotta normalize it. So I'm gonna go back to that. Go into here, and I'm gonna trim it up. See my trim? It's not hitting on the. It's not hitting on the beginning. So I'm figuring it out, man, as I go. So let's just go ahead and cut that fat off the beginning of that. And let's cut some of that fat off the end. All right, that's good. Let's cut that fat off the end of that. All right, go back to main. Oh, I gotta go back. I gotta normalize it. Go back to trim. and hit normalize. So it's there, but now we want to boost it up. Again. Oh, hold up, hold up. I hear everything on this. I hear every look. Something is I hear it, but I don't hear it like that. Why? I don't know. I gotta figure that out. So I'm gonna go back into my levels and watch my levels. I'm just gonna go to my sample. That's cool. That's set at 90. This only set at 80. So let's just boost that motherfucker up to 90. Right? Put it on 90. We're gonna get there. Hold up. This one is in mono. This one is in stereo. Could that be a difference? Let's see. Ooh. There you go. All right, look. This is kind of confusing, man. All right, look. It was set to stereo, right? So I'm going to think about this. It's low like that, right? And this one is set to mono. So in theory, a stereo is pan, right? So there's a left, there's a right, and a left, right? So we go like that, right? So when you bring something up to mono, it's here. So what I'm assuming on this device, there's a left and right mono, but they brought the left to here to mono and brought the right to here. So you got two monos now. Just looking at the parameters, if you see the parameters, it says stereo. Stereo is like this. That's why it sounds like that. But when I go to left and right mono, this is left and right. That's a mono. And I hit it. It brought them together. So that's... This got a little more high, so just a tiny bit. But that's good. That's good. But I'm just going to figure out why is that. So I'm going to look at all my parameters from this one to that one. And I'm going to figure it out. No filter. No pitch. Go to that. All that's the same. That's off. All right. Go back to sample. That's good. The only thing I can think of is that mono shit. I don't know why when I put this on mono on right, it sound like that. I put it on stereo, it sound like that. When I put on left, it sound like that. But now I'm gonna put it on left and right, which is this. I get this. That's fucking good enough for me. Then the minus the tuning. I can't, if I set this tune, that's going to make it sound different. I know that because this was tuned to my resample, one of my layers. That sound is one of my layers. Remember I tuned it, right? But if I put this down, let's say to one, see what I get. Ew. All right, so look. This shit sounds the same to me. That was the catch. All right, so I'm gonna recap real quick. So y'all got that, right? But I ain't done. Before I recap, I gotta get this sound saved in the folder, and I gotta make that thing do what it do. All right, so we got ooh, that shit sound good as fuck. And I'm gonna label that. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna call it. I'm just gonna call it I'm gonna hit open window and I'm gonna hit rename. I'm gonna call it this is gonna be part of my Beat Addict drums, so I'm gonna fucking call it Beat Addict. B, which it really don't matter with y'all what I call it, but it does matter. Beat Addict, um, fucking it's a kick, right? A kick, um, Beat Addict kick, fucking Beat Addict kick. What? Fuck it. Let's just call it Beat Addict kick 10, because today is the 10th. Just think of a fucking number. I don't fucking know what to call it. 10, that's 1, and then put a 0, right? And the rest of this shit, we're gonna delete. Oh, fuck, I didn't delete all those fucking damn fucking shit, man. Fuck. You said Beat Addict 10, we're just gonna call it Beat Addict 10. Alright, then we'll hit enter. Beat Addict kick 10. Mental note. So now that sound is there. Alright, so now I'm going to what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm gonna do a snare, but I'm not gonna do the snare. It's the same process. I don't want my video to be too long because I want to make a beat. I'm gonna go ahead and do that same shit with the snare, and then I'm gonna find me a hi-hat and do. Well, I probably gonna layer a hi-hat, and I'm just gonna do it. But I just wanted y'all to see that, so I got that there. Go back to my main. I just want to see something real quick. So this sound here, right? This is the layer resample, right? This is the layer, right? I'm curious if I tweak this one pad, what will it adjust to both sounds and fix both sounds, or would I be able to do it individually? Let's just do it. I don't fucking know. Let's go back to mode program and then go into let's go into filter. Let's turn on the filter. That's the layered sound. How I know it's layered, let's go back to sample. And we're gonna hit go over to pad, right? Hit open window. That's the two sounds right there. Right? So let's go back to main mode program. And let's go into filter. And I want to see if it filters that whole thing, or is it gonna filter the one. It filtered both sounds because it filtered the pad. It filtered the pad, man. That's dope. So I just took that layer and made a sub bass. Now I could take that, resample that, put that underneath the bitch that I just did. It's endless, man. All right, that's cool. So we got that, right? I just wanted to see that. That was on my mind. So now I'm going to I'm gonna recap. I'm gonna recap real quick. In order to layer, quick recap. You go into mode program, go underneath your sample, and you gotta put it on pad. Put it on the pad, hit open window. Boom, it's on open window. So now you're gonna get 3 layers, and you get to adjust the level. I don't know what that chop shit is right there. I gotta figure that out later. You got a tune and you got the volume. All right, so you got your level right there. So we know that. So then once you come to that, go back to main. You go into the sample out. You gotta hit mode program again, and you gotta come back to your sample, your effects, right? And hit this. You gotta hit. I turned it off. You come to your out and turn that to stereo. Don't worry about this effect because you're only using the master out. So that's on stereo. So you got that. That's going to be on stereo. Come back to main, hit mode, effects. Come to your master. We're already on the master, right? And turn your fucking masters on. Turn the EQ on. You want EQ, hit the pad, turn that on, the compressor, hit the pad, and then you tweak, you do, that's what I mean by tweaking. You start tweaking it how you like it. Okay, once you got all that, leave that on, come back to mode. I'm gonna turn this down, come back to mode, hit and make sure I ain't skip no step, come back to mode, because I'm recapping what I just did in my mind mentally. Mode, come back to fucking record. Come back to record. By default, it's gonna be set to analog. You want it on main out. You're not going to see no levels because you're not coming in, you're going out. And every sampler is oh, hold up and back up. Before you do that, you gotta go find your master level because you're gonna lose when you resample. So you go to mode. It was on the other. I just remember that. It's not gonna say master out, it's other. Go to your master level out. By default, it was set to -12. So I just put it at 0. That's the max it can be. That's 0 digital clearance. That's it. So I'm quite sure y'all know that and sound, right? So we did that. Now we come back to main. Then you go back to mode and then record and set the master out. Hit the fucking pad. Turn your shit all the way up. Make sure you turn your fucking mixer down over there because if you don't, I would have blew these speakers. It would have been too loud because I set my master. This thing was set by default to master 12 for a reason. So just make sure you turn down. This is running out from here into my mixer over there, my Tascam DP24 SD, right? So it's in the. I had to turn that down and make sure I wasn't peaking in there. And over there, you want to peak anywhere between -12 to -8, and you be good. All right, so that's it. That's all I got, man. I hope that helped you. I did it live. I learned it. What I did. I'm going to do the snare. I'm going to go find me a snare, and I'm going to go ahead and sample that. And then once I get done with that, I'm going to save that into a folder, and that folder will be called Resample Kicks and Snares, and then I got that. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Before I go, I'm going to go read a couple comments, and we can build from there. You got any questions? This is the time to ask the questions. All right? Woo, that was a lot of motherfucking shit, wasn't it? God damn. That was a lot. All right, so let me take a sip of the beer. I'm going to close these blinds because I don't want nobody getting no drop on me. And also, I wanted to say before I forget, you can do this with basses. You can do this with samples. You can do this with any fucking thing, man. Just not just drums, okay? You can do this. It just got to take your time, just like I did. All right. I use the isolated EQ on the 4.4. Yeah, that's a dope ass effects. Yeah, that's dope. To filter, no doubt. Do you think that the Mack has a good sound compared to the new MPCs? What do you mean by that? Darkness, sunray. You said do I think the Mack has a good sound compared to the new MPC? I don't understand that question. I'll come back to you, man. Compared to the new MPC 1000. You mean the Mac computer? Better than the MP? Because it only depends upon your digital auto converters, the MPC is fixed. Y'all better listen to Watts, man. When he dropped this knowledge, I promise you. I appreciate you coming in, Watts. The boy knows his shit. I promise you. You're trying to resample. Mode. Pad 4. Okay. Input to main out. He already know he dropping the jewel. Look. Sorry, I meant to say, does the MPC 1000 sound better than the MPC 1X and Live? I don't know. I don't have them boxes. I guess, do you have an X? Do you have a 1 or a Live? I don't know. Yeah, it won't feedback. Okay, it won't feedback with what I was doing. Okay. Different flavors. The new series allowed you to run different. Let me move my computer over here so y'all can hear me on the fucking so y'all can hear me on the comments. And I guess I'm reading the comments right. He said Watt said different flavors. The new series allow you to run different class compliant USB interfaces, meaning you can change your converters. I didn't know that. 1025R are clean for in their day. Well, that was 20 years ago. Yeah, it definitely was. And that 20 years is still fucking going strong. Oh, okay, nice, thanks. Now the conversing, the conversation, that the call and response that the everybody is having. See, I don't know it all, man. I don't claim to know it all. I just build. I'll build off of my knowledge, and I hope that somebody can build off of the knowledge that I possess and manifest that into another conversation, so we can build, man. That's dope. That's the most beautiful thing in the world. To get two humans in a room on a topic, and we building it and destroying it, trying to figure out how the shit work. And that's how you build, man. Period. I like the way it sounds, but haven't heard too many samplers except ASR 10. If you got an ASR 10, you know that ASR ain't nothing really sound like that fucking ASR 10. I got a rack mount sitting right there in front of me, looking dead at me, that need to be fired up. Yeah, it sounds good, but I don't care about paying attention at the time. Okay, it's low because your main outs are at negative. Yup. Yeah. Figure that out. Mm-hmm. Based on my engineering knowledge. Yes, sir. Go to your miscellaneous menu. Yeah, no doubt. Change the output level. And what's so crazy is I didn't want to look at the comments. The computer's off there to the side. I wanted to figure it out, because if somebody tell me, somebody at that time, sometimes I want people to tell me, but when I want to figure it out on my own, I don't look at the comments, because I probably wouldn't lock it in. It wouldn't be locked in my brain. So now I'm reading the comments and I'm seeing that he's describing it while I'm trying to figure it out, which is dope. Go to your miscellaneous menu, change the output level. The sonic samplers have very flavorful outputs. I enjoy my ASRX for the dark color it has. Yeah, that fucking ASRX. I ain't gonna front, man. And that's gonna be on some other videos. I run a lot of shit through that shit, man. I just use it as an effects process. As far as with the beat making, I have made probably over 50 beats on it. A lot of people don't like the sequencing on there, but I found a way to stop the hiccups in the sequence. There's a video on my page, how to stop the hiccups on the ASRX from it fucking up and doing different shit. I figured out how to do it, and I posted, I share that knowledge with y'all. All right. So, do you have a YouTube with some Gary Watts? Yeah, Watts, we gotta get you up. Watts got a YouTube. We gonna get Watts up. Watts be moving around a lot though. Yo, watch. We gonna have to while you moving around, you gonna have to get you a shorty to upload your videos, man. Cause the knowledge you possess, bro, I tell you, man, it's remarkable. Hey, watch. Give him your YouTube, John. Y'all gotta watch a video we did. I did a live a week ago. He posted a video to show me how to do certain things. The video went for like he did that shit for like 30 minutes. I felt like I was in fucking class. I promise you. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know. I just click on his name and then I go on and I already subscribe to his channel. But yeah, that's it, man. That's all I got. I hope this helped everybody. I'm gonna go in and do the exact same thing with the snare. I do a hi-hat. I might come back lively on y'all, but I doubt it. I just want to get in. I just want to layer shit. And I'm gonna be layering samples and figuring out, get my muscle memory right on here, and I'm gonna be good. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I promise you, man. And Dark Sunray, man, keep on doing what you doing. Keep on learning. Keep on piled on this knowledge, man. And y'all remember, man, everything that you do is a reflection of this beautiful culture. Continue to build and continue to add on. I'm gone. Peace.